Howdy there. So, a couple days ago, I saw 13 Assassins for the second time. I love this movie. I think it's the best time I've had in the theater this year so far. I think it's the best movie I've seen this year so far. Perhaps there's more artistry to Uncle Boon Me, who can recall his past lives. And perhaps source code is more impactful, meaning that, people will probably watch source code for many years to come. Actually, I think all that can be said about all three of the films I just mentioned. Basically, those are the 3 10s I've given out this year. Meaning they're the best I've seen this year. 13 Assassins is about, which I'll give it a 10. I have no problems giving it a 10. Maybe I was slightly less thrilled with the second viewing. It obviously wasn't as fresh and mind-blowing as the first viewing was. But, again, as you continue to watch things, you notice things you did not see before. And I noticed a lot I did not see before. So again, I'm glad I saw it a second time. To me, that's just common sense. I knew it needed to be seen. In fact, I probably wouldn't mind seeing it again. But I will probably rent it immediately, if not buy it, soon after its release on Blu-ray. It's about an evil warlord who I think we're in like 1844, in the early 1800s in Japan. It's a period piece. An evil warlord is on the rise to power. For lack of a better term, he is a prince. Soon he will be on a council of something. It's the Shogun system. I don't know really anything about that, but it's the Shogun system. And soon he will be leader of that system. And he must not be made leader of that system because he is not human, pretty much. He is a psychopathic monster. So he must be stopped. And to stop him, they hire this dude, Shimoza-san. Now, that's his character name. I can't tell you any of the actors' names. I think, in fact, I only recognize one of the actors from Zatoichi, the Blind Swordsman, the most recent one, the Beat Takeshi one. So I can't tell you any of the actors' names. They're all fabulous. They're all intense and fantastic. But they hire Shimoza-san, and he gathers 11 other samurai, ronin, and now they have a mission. They now have to defeat and ambush and kill this evil warlord. And the 13th assassin comes into play later. Which, I don't know, is kind of a spoiler for the film. I hate spoiling films. But there's something going on with that 13th assassin. I'm not sure who it's written by, but it's directed by Takeshi Miike. I think this is his best film by far. And maybe not by far. Audition is awesome. In my opinion, Audition kind of altered the course of horror. Many horror films made today just try and be Audition. So, maybe, again, I think it's his best film by far. A little bit of an overstatement. I think it's fantastic. I think it shows a mastery. Takeshi Miike has been making films forever. He was a television director, a commercial director. made many, many, many short films, television episodes, and now, again, he's made his best film. He's matured into a global sized filmmaker. One of my favorite, and I meant to mention this in my first review, and I did not, but the action, the battles, all happen within a contained space, a trap, if you will. And so a lot of bloody action is happening in a very tight amount of space. But the camera, I mean, it's kind of weird to describe because I've never really seen camera movements like it, you know, and sometimes, you know, Martin Scorsese says that you can edit and shoot a film in a way that people think they see a shot or a frame that's there, but really isn't there. Now that's very artistic. But that's a good way to describe it. When you're seeing something for the first time, you almost don't know how to process it. And that I encountered that a couple times with watching 13 Assassins. And I don't know how they did it. You know, I don't know how they did it. And not in the way that, wow, the Inception, gravity-defying, like, how did they do that special effects-wise? This is, you know, people, choreographed fighting, and the camera is moving in such a way that, again, it's just a camera movement, but I don't know how it's getting through the action. I don't know how the action looks so flawless. It seems like the camera follows when the shit goes down. It seems like the camera follows each assassin, and the movement of one leads into the movement of another. And I'm talking about the people. And the camera, it's technically a tracking shot, and perhaps on a crane. But it's like the camera is moving, and it's moving through this carnage, this mass carnage, and it's not missing anything. And again, I don't really know how to describe something visual that's meant to make a visual impact. In a way, I almost feel like kill it, but you just got to see it. But it's probably the most spectacular part of the film. It seems the film is almost divided in half. One, the setup to the trap, and then the trap. And in a way, that reminded me of Audition, where you have, the setup, and then the horrifying, again, it's kind of a trap. The horrifying result of all that patience. And here you don't have to be that patient. It's about a 2-hour film, 5-minute film, and an hour is setup, and then an hour is mass carnage. Beautifully filmed, bloody carnage. And it's entirely rewarding. Takeshi Miike is known for his disturbing imagery, and there is disturbing imagery here, but it is kept in a real-world scenario, which is also strange for Takeshi Miike because he is out there. What was I going to say? Shit. I lost my train of thought. There's some definitely grotesque images, but it's all kept in the real world, feeling, which of course makes it far more disturbing. That the fact that this could happen right next to you. This isn't in some fantasy land. This is, actual. People live through this. history, the world was once like this. So that adds to this very, I don't know, hopeless feeling. And sometimes you do feel very hopeless. The bad guy is so good. And when I say good, he is evil. I mean, he has no conscience. Again, you cannot call him human. He is, to me, more robotic. I enjoyed that someone so evil wore white. He wears white the entire film, which, is a reversal on the cliche of good guys wear white, bad guys wear black. He's dressed in the finest white linens at all times. And again, he's pure evil. One of the things that I love about the film are all the philosophies. That's probably the main source of giving it a 10, other than it's entirely exciting and very fun to watch. But the philosophies behind it, the warrior sentimentality, the samurai way, I'm all about it. I feel I share that warrior mindset. So I connected with the film. So that's a very strong reason I'm giving it a 10. But I thought the film was fantastic. So obviously you should see it. It was very, very good. Again, the best film I've seen this year. The best Takeshi Miike film. Excuse me. So that's 13 Assassins for the second time. Thanks for watching.